Hello, welcome to my channel. Today on my list we have Kenneth Allen Zeidell. He went missing January 28, 1992, Redmond, Washington. He was 44 years old, 6'3" and 190 pounds. I couldn't find anyone that fit his description. You know, there are some in Oregon that could be almost anybody. This one says a missing person left a suicide note addressed to his sister in California. He had recently purchased a .22 pistol that could not be located. His vehicle was located at a Net Lake trailhead parking lot about 45 miles east of Seattle near Snoqualmie Pass. Search and rescue operation failed to find any trace of the missing person. He had brown hair, full beard, mostly gray, and green eyes. And there's a description of his vehicle that was recovered at a Net Lake trailhead. And I don't know why they didn't find any remains for him after all these years. And he's 6'3", and you would think that even if he did go to do something like that, they would find his remains. So, and maybe they have, and maybe they are in the Doe Network, but I don't know. And so here's something, the World Trade Center missing persons. I thought I would throw this in here. New Jersey State, so this is far away. But there's 539 missing persons reported. That does not include persons reported missing to New York City Police or through the New York City Missing Persons Hotline. So this is some of the missing people. I don't even think this is a complete list, because, you know, from the description, it sounds like it's not even a complete list. So if you want to pause it and read it, you can. But I thought I would put this in here, even though this isn't Washington. And it isn't, yeah, it's not the state of Washington or nearby, but I still thought, well, when I was searching for his name, it brought it up, and that made me feel like, well, I'll put it in there then. This will go in his video, as if it was meant to be. And then when I was looking for, doing searches for people that were 6'3", trying to find out if I could find anyone that fit his description that went missing in 1992, I ran across this in Fort Myers, Florida. Estimated date of death 1987 to 2001. They discovered this person in 2007, homicide, 18 to 35 years old. He was 44 years old, so it couldn't be him, but 5'8" to 6'3", described as a tall man with a possible limp, which forensic experts believe may help identify a fractured right wrist. He had current dental work and silver fillings on his posterior teeth. He had all 4 wisdom teeth. On March 23, 2007, a land surveyor discovered 2 human skulls in a wooded area near Rockville and Arcadia Streets, and Fort Myers police, with the help of area agencies, cadaver dogs, and forensic experts, recovered a total of 8 sets of skeletal remains. Investigators found no clothing nor remnants of coffins, body bags, or anything else that might be used to hold human remains. There were no there were no footprints or other signs that anyone had recently been to the scene, you know, because it's been a lot of years. The men who would become known as the Fort Myers 8 were found within 50 yards of one another and had been killed sometime between 1987 and 2001. There was no skin or clothing left on the remains. There was no signs of trauma immediately evident. A forensic examination of the remains indicated that all 8 were men ranging from ages 18 to 49 years old. 7 of the 8 men had first-rate dental care. One of the men was believed to be homeless or had a rough life based on the bone damage and poor dental care. The area where the remains were located is owned by the city of Fort Myers. The location is isolated and the roads consist mostly of sandy dirt. Thanks to DNA, police were able to identify 3 of the 8 men, 2 in 2007 and another in 2008. And so then here's the remaining cases that they haven't identified. So why not take a look at those? This one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and another identified male located in 2002. So we have this one, 5 foot tall to 5'7". Wow, that's a really good reconstruction photo. That's crazy, isn't it? So it sounds like it was a serial killer who was hiding bodies there. And they do some excellent work with their reconstruction photos, don't they? 5'6" to 6'2". And who knows why they were killed. I don't know if somebody was robbing them and killing them and hiding their bodies there or what it was. Oh, that's another one. Look how excellent those reconstruction photos are. 5'4" to 5'10". It's really sad. You think that somebody would have noticed them missing. And this one's not found, so I don't know why this one isn't coming up. I'll try it again. And this one, 5'3" to 5'11". Wow. So you would think if they were missing in Florida that somebody would notice who they are, right? Why isn't this one coming up? "1035". So that's 1037. 1037 isn't coming up. I don't know if the links are, if it's a bad link, or if the numbers are wrong. But this one isn't coming up. I wonder why. Type the number in. See if that brings it up. There we go. There's the other one. "1987 to 2001, 5'6" to 6'1". Unknown, but possibly had a muscular build. He had current dental work and silver fillings on his posterior teeth. He had all 4 wisdom teeth. 1987 to 2001. I wonder how they died. And who's dumping their bodies there? That's crazy, isn't it? Anyway, if you have any information about Kenneth Zeidell and what happened to him, please contact authorities. Maybe you told them years ago, but maybe you think they might have a different investigator and they might not have the information anymore, so maybe you could contact them again. You might could email them or call them. You might could email them and CC a couple of people. Even if you heard it through the grapevine, you're not sure if it's relevant, you're not sure if it's important, you can contact them and let them decide. That way you don't have to worry about it and stress about it, and they can decide. if it's important to them or if it'll help them solve the case or not. And if you have any other information about any other cases, you should contact them as well. If you have loved ones that went missing years ago and you're not sure if they were reported as a runaway or missing, maybe you could contact authorities to make sure of that, or maybe you could check with the NamUs or Charlie Project or the Doe Network or that missingin.org, missing persons, or something like that. Anyway, don't forget to pray for their loved ones and their families, and thanks for tuning in. Feel free to leave comments and have a great day. Bye-bye.